Hi, welcome Youth of the Nation. I've actually tried to record this a few different times, and it was prepared a formal PowerPoint and such, and then I realized if I was your age, I probably wouldn't be so interested in that and probably get pretty bored. So I'm just going to address you directly. Oh, youth of our nation, you are our future. We are the future. The future is ours. And that there's a reason why I say it the way I say it. It's because I want you to understand that you are genuinely our future. You will inherit the earth, and we are trying our best to improve it for you. But you are also an active participant in it. First, who am I? My name is Bilal Kizilwash. I am the CEO of EasyKale Labs. I'm also the director of the Draw a Smile Foundation, where we are part of the Are You Hungry initiative, where we've been feeding the poor in Jackson for several years. In fact, we're going to be hitting our 8th year anniversary of doing it every week soon. And I'm also one of the board of directors for the Mississippi Food Network, as well as I'm one of the board of directors for the Boys and Girls Club. So as you can tell, a lot of my work is centered around humanity, and a lot of my work is centered around beautiful people such as yourself. I thought of several ways of how to bring this up and to start this, but I know that so many of you are being called some very horrible labels. So I remember when I was being called a scientist hustler, and that label was actually meant originally to hurt me, to try and insult me, to discourage me. However, the labels are fundamentally irrelevant over time. And the reason why they're irrelevant is because what matters truly is your skill. Your skill is what defines you. Your skill is what gives you strength. And if everyone was to strip everything of you, away from you, throw you on an island, your skills are what's going to help you survive. So whatever they call you, whether it's a thug or as they called me, a scientist hustler, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, what truly matters is what you can do and how you contribute back to society. And one of the most important skills that you can do is note-taking and write notes, because that's going to save you in a tremendous way in the future. Because that way you can pick up on trends that you didn't originally see, and then also it allows you to look back in posterity. When someone tries to minimize you, don't grant them that power. What truly matters, again, because you are our future, is your skill development. You are all kings, queens, and other. Some don't identify with that terminology correctly, so I choose to always be respectful and call you by what you choose to be called by. I had a young man the other day tell me that he wanted me to call him Zother or something. I've never heard of such a term, but it didn't matter because that's how the young man was connecting with me. And so kings, queens, and Zother. The important thing out of all of that is that, yes, indeed, you are all royalty in a way. However, royalty also requires responsibility. So heavy is the head that wears a crown, is the famous old saying. And what that means is that, sure, you can be a king, or you can be a queen, or you can be whatever, but you have responsibility to the people that you serve. So don't forget that. Don't let that ever slip your mind, because with that power that you're granted, you have a whole lot of many kingdoms and many queendoms and many zotherdoms. But you have a responsibility to each other, you have a responsibility to yourself, and the whole point is to build a better world where we can all live in it together peacefully and equitably, and make the problems of the past just that, the past. It's amazing because when you start to realize what's happening, for example, a lot of the work that I do, I am planting seeds to trees that I know I will never see. I won't live long enough to see the fruits of my efforts, but that doesn't stop me from doing it. I hope that you would feel the same and then continue building for a brighter and better future. In fact, actually, it was made a point to me to have this recorded for YouTube, so that way you guys can access it at any time if you need additional encouragement. And if I happen to run into you in the future, I hope I get to meet you, most of you, because that would be awesome. Because like I said, when I say you are the future, I really mean it. It really is such an honor to be able to talk to you all and observe the changes that you implement into the world over time. It's just like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. In fact, actually, I want to give you an anthem because I want to make this simpler. This whole thing should have a purpose to it. So an anthem, many of you have Spotify, and if you don't, you can go to YouTube and such, or whatever music platforms in the future. Hi, future self. I used the song called I Can by Nas when I was a teenager growing up, because I was called a thug by some of my teachers. And you know, it's funny, the whole basis of being called that was purely based upon hair and skin color and nonsense like that. And the unfortunate thing is, if the teachers truly knew who I was, they would have realized I was a geek, which is pretty apparent in my home office right now. Anyway, the purpose of that, again, is to have a very simplistic anthem that can help convey a story and remotivate you and remind you that the future is yours. So again, that song is Nas, I Can. And you can listen to it on Spotify and so many other platforms. But the most important thing, and the reason for that simplicity, is because things are going to get difficult. You are transitioning from one part of life to another. And life in itself owes us nothing in that respect. So what we need to do is build and grow together. In fact, actually, we have to take care of each other so much to the point that I'm going to share a very personal story with you. Many years ago, I actually was attending a special program where I graduated high school early and such. And every day I used to go, and basically I was learning college level courses when I was in high school. And I would go afterwards to get a halal hot dog. I used to go by York College for the Queensbridge to Medicine program. So I was pretty habitual about this. So almost every day I would go, I would have my money with me. And one day, out of nowhere, I almost never forget my money, but I forgot my money that day. And when I did, I walked all the way to my car, which is in the far-off parking lot. Any of you who are in Queens, New York knows where the parking lot is by York College. Anyway, at that point in time, I'm getting a million calls from my friends, and I can't figure out what's going on. Anyway, so I answered the phone call for one of my friends, and they're like, Bilal, are you okay? And I'm just like, what happened? I'm fine, actually. They were like, we know that you usually go this route to get your hot dog every day. And I told him, I said, yeah, today I forgot the money, and I went to my car. That one day, I forgot my money. There was a drive-by shooting. And several people were shot, and several people were injured, and some unfortunately passed away. But I ended up missing it completely because I forgot my change. That was an incredibly profound moment for me as a youth, because I started to realize at that point, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time could end your life, whether you're doing quote-unquote good or bad. And what we need to do is how my friends did, is to look after each other, to take care of each other. We need to grow our kingdoms, queendoms, and otherdoms together. So we must take care of each other. The work we do today, you will inherit tomorrow. You are an active part in that. And the future is ours. I just want you to remember that. You are the future. We are the future. And the future is ours. Congratulations on graduating. And like I said, replay this in the future. Watch it again if you need to get motivated, because you will be great. And I look forward to meeting you in your greatness. Bye.